Hello, good morning, everybody, or good and lunchtime. Good and lunchtime? Hello. Anyway, this is Sara Perry, psychic medium from Lockdown Central in Spain. This is day 4, official day 4, and things are getting serious. Dum dum dum. Not in this household. We're still laughing and seeing the positives, but it's getting a little bit dark in here. I see the sun seems to have gone in today, and I think for a lot of you out there, this 4th day is now becoming more challenging. I spoke to a friend yesterday, and she said, and I was all beat up, high beat, high excited, and she said, "Yeah, let's reconnect at the end of the 14-day lockdown and see how you feel then." Yeah, because I think things could look very different. But right now we are taking one day at a time, and I'm just going to chat for a little while until we get some people on here. Hopefully, if there's anybody out there that would like to watch, otherwise I will just get on with the daily read and some insight. And I have got some chats today about aloe vera. Look, pulled this right off the plant today. Woo! Because I just wanted to show you there are some home remedies that we can use very effectively, are very simple and are inexpensive. And this one particularly because it continues to grow. This is a favourite of mine, and I learnt about aloe vera a long time ago. It looks gross, doesn't it? Hi, Jill. Hi, I'm showing you my aloe vera plant. So I'm going to be looking at that a little bit more in depth. A lot of people are probably very more acquainted with some of the products of aloe vera and go, "Oh yeah, aloe vera this, aloe vera that," but how many of you actually pull it from the plant when you need it? This is like having your own pharmacy, natural pharmacy. It covers so many things and is so amazing. Like I say, I discovered this in the Caribbean many years ago before it became a thing over here. And then I remember going to I think the Canaries or something, and I saw a plant. I thought, oh my god, there's a plant. And suddenly it all just started taking off, and then they added all this stuff, and there was creams and that. But actually a plant is less expensive to buy than a product. And I'm not wanting to put everyone out of business with the forever living and things like that. But what I'm saying is this is quite easy to use. So I'm going to look at that a little bit later, but let's first look at what the day ahead is bringing us. So I've got card 1, commitment to sign. You may feel that you need to sign something. You may be under contract or feel beholden to do something, okay? But what I'm getting is negative, and that means that you are being guided to not do anything when you are in a negative mindset, okay? These are probably back to front, I think, but anyway, it does say mindset and it does say negative. We are in a place, I would say, in positivity, but actually being born from a place of negativity, okay? This virus has come from our own actions. This has come from inside, and the virus obviously is not a very positive thing if you catch it or you collect it or you carry it. So the saying is that we could all be in a bit of a negative or fearful mindset right now. Let's not use the word negative. Let's use a less positive place or a wobbly place, which isn't a good place to sign contracts. Now, this is a typical thing that I would say, or to make any really strong commitments, okay? Because this is the thing of commitment. So it's like a contractual commitment. It could be something written. It could be something in your mind. It could be something that you're wanting to do. Everything is a little bit weird today. Like I said, it feels like the big change happened. Everyone's like, oh my god. All the funny memes go around. Everyone's having a big laugh. And yeah, it's still happening because it is keeping our spirits up. And I have, I've made some myself, and, it's sort of given me ideas, and I think people are being creative for it. So that's great. Hi, Jeremy. And, but I feel like today's a little bit of a lull, I've already picked that up from a few people I've spoken to. The sun's not shining as brightly today. I woke up a little bit groggy. That could have been to do with the wine I had last night. Probably. I was only going to have one glass, but it turned into a few, and a very good box set just continues, doesn't it? But I will say it doesn't like me very much anymore. So I woke up a bit foggy, but I also felt just the energy it's gone a little bit warped. Okay, so you may be feeling a little bit more fearful than you normally do today. You may be feeling a bit bored. You know, it's like the excitement of staying at home, having a day off. You know, suddenly it's like, now what? Now, if you're busy like me and you're creative and you're doing all your different things, then you know, there is never a dull moment in my house, especially with all the animals who've suddenly gone quiet. They weren't a minute ago. But even being that way, there are sort of like those days when you go, oh, it feels a bit foggy. It's like a really strange stillness today. So I don't know if anybody, hi Teresa, I don't know if anyone else is feeling that. But looking at the cards, so we're saying is, don't commit to something if you're uncertain, okay? If you're in doubt, if you're feeling absolutely amazing and you are flying high and you're in your element and you know exactly what you want, then go for it. But I feel like if you make a commitment like now, like when Mercury was retrograde, things could change very quickly. And as this virus is mutating, things are changing. Do we know where we're going to be in July? Because I'm seeing something happening. Sean's just told me, my husband, that the cricket, the seasons, the play matches, the local matches aren't going to be happening, over the season. That's massive for some of these small clubs. But, what's the point? Until we have clarity, there is little point. And, let go of worrying about, whether you've got to do this or do that. Because actually, at the end of the day, we're all in the same place and everything's sort of stopped. And I have noticed, although there's that lull, there's also some good stuff coming from today. Interestingly, from a situation, and I was looking at my cubes here, and something came up about a change of pattern within the home. And I don't know if any of you've known that I've had a few issues around my home living situation and landlords and things like that. And a while back, I decided to stop battling and stop fighting and stop, because I felt like I had to stand up and be strong and assertive. But there's being strong and assertive and there's actually fighting. And sometimes you can be assertive but it's coming from a place of fear. You think you're being strong and you're being bold, but actually you're defensive, so it's not being projected in the right way. And if you are up against someone who is feeling equally that so or insecure or defensive or is in a fearful place, you're only going to keep battling, and it just keeps going back, forth. So if you want a positive battle, just send them a nice message of love, just ease everything, and it's up to them what they want to do with it. And if you get something back that's negative, then ignore it. Again, don't commit to it. Don't commit to the argument. Don't commit to keep fighting this battle, because if you do, it's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to continue. And today I had a situation, funnily enough, with my landlady, and I got a message, and I was immediately, my stomach went, because it triggered all these reactions, which is what this virus is doing to us. It's triggering fear inside. Is it real? Is it real fear, or is it just memories? Because the moment I saw this message on my WhatsApp, and it's all in Spanish, and I'm like, and I just saw the word 600. I thought, what are you going to do? You're going to charge me this? You're going to do, I just went into this panic. And so I breathed. I asked my angels and went, okay, come on. Really? What's going on here? I need something good. And anyway, it turned out she was just literally sending us a message that if there's two people in a car, you could get 600 euros. It really wasn't what I thought. And I could have, got really wound up and then sort of fired something back without really understanding the detail, the detail in the contract, the terms and conditions, what's going on. Anyway, so I just sent back, thank you very much for letting me know. And she, sending a lot of love and light and that. And I got the most lovely message back, which is so weird. So for all this turmoil of us fighting and battling ahead, somehow we found this easy time through this space, because I did learn some information about her, which was really, really quite sad and quite upsetting that she was going through. And this takes me to the place of, we really do not know what is going on behind closed doors. We have no idea what is going on inside someone's life, whether the media is saying it, the news is saying it. Do we really know how someone is feeling inside if they are creating a mask of they're okay? And actually that's just a little message to someone I spoke to this morning, just to say, I do get it. Okay, if you're watching now, which I don't know, but there's a lot of us around here that go, wee, look at me, I'm having a great time, and then inside we're breaking. So it's very easy to go into that battle and go in with negativity and to commit to the argument and forget that really the other person in front of us is maybe going through the same turmoil as us, is really frightened, is only reacting in defense. So the best thing right now is just stop. Stop trying to fight the good fight. Just save your energy for yourself and the good stuff. And if you're going to give anything out, just give forgiveness, love, and something, because we don't know, so many of us are so lucky to have what we have around us, and maybe love in our lives, or support, or family we haven't lost. And I know there's a lot of people that have lost people through this virus, and it must be a huge shock, and are much more frightened than I am right here, sitting here in my snug little house with lots of animals laying all over me. Oh, it's so funny. They're all so quiet. They were just absolute nuts a minute ago, and I was like fighting this, literally doing the whole battle thing with the cat. Okay, so let's look at this card. These are the vice versa tarot. They do have two different sides. Look, which way do we want to look at it? And I think these are really apt right now, because it's how we look at the perspective of things. And this is the Wheel of Fortune. And if it was this side where I'd say someone else has got control, because this person is like, she's deciding. It's like, who's going to win this battle? I've got control of the wheel. It's out of your hands. Whereas this one, it's like the hands are off the wheel, and this person is all on their own. They're standing independent. And it's actually the same position that Magician is in. It's almost like they're pulling in the energy from the highest source, and they're creating their own luck. And I feel like we can create our own perspective through the darkness. Things still grow. There's still growth around there. There's still energy happening, and it's up to us. Do we become the heroes? Do we become the strength in our own right, the love for the good of all, or do we allow things to control us? And I feel like if we stand strong, then the wheel will continue to turn. We just keep going, we keep growing, we keep going through the darkness, and the little stars up there will give us the messages and the guidance that we need. And the Eight of Wands is showing good luck coming, sudden arrows of, flying in from all sources, unexpected events happening. I feel this is positive stuff. Okay. Hi, Julia. Hi, everybody. Hi, John. Hi, Sarah. That's really good to speak to you. Hi, Denise. Hi, Jill again. This is unexpected good luck. Okay, so if your mindset is positive and you're manifesting the good stuff and you're going, I'm just trusting here right now, then some great stuff could happen. And thank you very much to my lovely, wonderful, beautiful neighbour who's watching here, who sent over some more goodies today. Hope you like the cake. Back from that, maybe you didn't survive that. Incidentally, I made a lovely lemon cake with the coconuts, lemon and coconut cake, with some ingredients that were again given to me from my neighbour. But I'm not absolutely certain how it turned out, because the oven settings were wrong to start with, and the grill was on the top. So anyway, it tasted all right to me, but you never know. Hopefully they're still living next door. There's still cake left, and it's still being eaten. Right, so the next card we've got is the Moon card reversed, okay? And this is showing that there is guidance and understanding through, we are giving clear pathways. There's like clear connections being made, and we are seeing the light, we are seeing the truth, we are seeing our own magic within all of this, and we're understanding which way to go. Now, if it was this way around, I would say, this is causing us confusion. We're in this really place of disillusion. We're getting mixed messages, and things are maybe unstable and wobbly. But actually, even though if you are feeling slightly wobbly today, as I was talking about, I do feel that if you connect with yourself and you connect with your own emotions, because she's standing in water, okay, you will connect with the light, and you will see a direct pathway to what is your truth today. Okay, so sometimes a blur day, as I call it, is actually better, because it brings everything back down. When you're in Spain and it's all beautiful blue skies and there's sunshine, everyone's happy and everyone's having a great time, which is how the energy is here in general, which I found, which I love. And there's always this feeling of fiesta and great things happening, and the sun is shining, so you do feel light all the time. When you have, sometimes you can be so full of it all, Yes, I'll get to that in a second. You know, you're so full of it all that you are missing. You know, you sometimes come off balance because you're not seeing things clearly. You know, I mean, especially if you're drinking a lot, especially having a big party. And so I feel like sometimes when it goes a bit grey, actually it is a bit of a grey day today as well. Sometimes it's like, okay, let's stay in. Let's just like put our feet up. Let's not party. Let's not connect. Let's connect with ourselves. Okay. So see this as a time of connecting with your true emotions, you know, your own truth and your honesty as well. So Sarah's has asked, you know, how any advice for light workers, so which I will get to because it is really important that as well. So the last card I'm just going to look at quickly is the death card reversed. Okay, so the death card to everybody normally goes, oh my god, death, end of a cycle, you know, this is awful. No, actually death card is the card of Scorpio. It's rebirth. It is a place where we can put things to bed, we can close doors. And the reverse side of this card on the vice versa is showing the rebirth, okay? And this is what I feel as we're all in the moment of rebirth. And actually there is a lot of there is a lot of anger and there is a lot of fear. Like I said, there's still some nastiness happening and I keep seeing it on social media. And some little things that are unnecessary. You know, we can make a joke at things, but let's keep the jokes light. Let's keep them real, you know, and realise that, you know, they are... you know, they're not harming anybody, but there are some jokes out there that are a little bit vicious, and I think that needs to stop. So see the positive, see the light, and rise above it, and realise that this is bringing a new dawn to everybody. So these are really, really positive cards. So my advice to light workers is, right, and I've been asked this a lot lately actually, and this is how I'm working, is that I'm using what I have to help and offer guidance, without feeling that... It's not about letting go of the balance, it's creating the balance within the wobble, if that makes any sense. It's using my skills in the best way that I can and doing my best to overlook the negativity, really, really rise above it. And actually as a light worker is to rise higher and to fly higher above it and to open up even more to spirit and to, you know, in order to guide other people. That's right, I'm just looking for these cards, because we are like, you know, we are, people laugh about us and, you know, they make jokes, and I have jokes regularly about, oh god, if you were psychic, didn't you know this was coming? Well, yeah, a lot of psychics actually have predicted it, but the thing is, the messages that come through for us are never clear cut. You know, they're riddles. They wouldn't, if somebody said, right, okay, there's going to be a virus called the coronavirus, it's going to happen on May 16th, you know, incidentally, I've just got 1906, 16th of the May, so if anybody wants to look that up, do have a look, because sometimes things come in riddles, like I said. Obviously, it's connected. I keep getting dates today, 1847 as well, if anyone wants to write that down. But if we were given those exact dates all the time, then we would just sit and wait, or we wouldn't maybe do anything about it. Would you believe it? That's the thing. Would we actually believe it? It's like when we were talking about lockdown and, oh, the government's going to do this. Oh, the virus is coming. The people that it's not affecting aren't believing it. They're still walking around. There's people still walking around in Rome, for goodness sake. It was worse in Italy. They're still doing their own thing, going, well, until I'm told, I'm not going to do it. Why are you waiting to be influenced by that? Why not listen to what's happening, look at what's happening and be aware of what's happening and actually just safeguard yourself anyway? Why wait for the inevitable? Because by the time somebody puts you on lockdown, you might have already caught it. You are not invincible, guys. Okay? We're not invincible. And I think it's just about being a little bit, you know, having one foot in reality here. And as a light worker, you know, normally I'll be going, trust, but there's a sense of trust and still being sensible, you know, it's like having a massive dream and just not doing anything about it. You know, not even manifesting it, just going, yeah, I really want to do this, I really want to be here, I want to do that, and never doing anything, taking any action about it. And those people that don't even walk outside the front door and are sitting there moaning, going, I've got no light, I've got no fresh air, I'm so bored, my life's rubbish, they're not actually even good, thanks Jill, and not even having taking a step outside the front door and seeing what they've got. So they're just sitting there moaning, you know. And actually, if they've got legs to do it, or you know, if you've got skills, you've got ability, you've got a mind, you can do something about your situation. Okay, so yeah, do something for you and show others how to behave as well, because if you are a light worker, if you are connected to a higher source, whether you're psychic or whatever, or you just believe in spirit, then use that knowledge, use what you've got, share it, whatever it is, and show people how to be, and then show people how to connect with spirit as well, because a lot of people are afraid of that. This is opening up people's minds in a new way. It's hard when you get to the positiveness. What's that? The positiveness in your face, but those that listen, it's all worth it. I can't understand that word, Julia. Sorry, I meant thrown in your when you get it thrown in your face. Yeah, I know. Hi, Mariana. It's lovely to see you. It's, what, I had somebody say to me the other day, and it was really I felt really offended by it, actually. And it was when I'd really put myself out there and really help people. And it was a big learning of me to just step back and to not take things, to understand somebody else who's going through stuff. And they sort of said, oh, well, they've been thanking me for everything that I said was coming true and all that. And then they said, because spoke truth, I spoke my truth and was honest, they threw back at me that nothing had happened as yet, nothing you said has happened. It was just really nasty. It was like they knew exactly where to hit, really. And so my guidance again to any light workers is to still trust with the truth, still speak your truth, and to everybody out there, be honest with yourself. Hi Pete. Right, so has anybody got any questions? I'm just I've done the reading for today, but I just wanted to look at this aloe vera. Okay, so this, I always say in my medicine cabinet, I always have this. It looks a bit phallic, doesn't it? And I have tea tree oil and I have lavender. Now, some people are allergic to stuff, and I'm not a doctor, and I would definitely check that before you use anything. But when I was in the Caribbean many, many years ago, when I first went out there, and I was about 23, maybe 24, many, many years ago, I discovered this beautiful beauty. And it wasn't big in England then, and now they've got all these products out there and they're adding all this stuff to it, and it's not natural. My advice to you, thanks Sarah, is, if you're going for natural, you're going for good. If something's in the ground and it's growing out of the ground, when we had nothing and we had no options to add alcohol or to add anything to products, we just took what was there, didn't we? And our immune system worked with that. So to be honest, if you're putting something natural in your body, I mean, okay, I'd wash it maybe. I'm saying that, I've not done that before. You build your own immune system. It's like when you have a virus, people create the antidote, cetamide from the virus. Okay, so you're putting the toxin in. If you drink your own urine, it's supposed to detox you, right? So in fact, a little bit of dirt, a bit of pollution or whatever, or something from the earth is probably not going to harm you that much, because it could do. So I'm not telling you to go and eat a load of earth, but what I'm saying is that it's natural. Okay, if it's coming from the earth, it's natural, and it will build up your immune system. Now, if you want to ever have a go at aloe vera, a lot of people say, well, how do you eat it? What do you do with it? Right, you buy the plant. Plant's probably as expensive as it is to buy a tube of something from Forever Living or wherever. I'm not going against those products. I have used them myself, but I would prefer to buy the product, because actually it's more cost effective because it keeps growing. Okay, so if you want to eat it, now in the Caribbean, they're massive stalks, so you can literally get a knife and cut them. But inside, if you take off the outside of it like this, it's all like jelly, and it looks quite disgusting, and it tastes vile. But as they say, the best medicine is, it tastes disgusting, doesn't it? So what you can do is strip off all around it, and if it was a massive one, I'm just going to try and do this, it comes out like lumps like this. Okay, it's like a big lump, but if you had a massive stalk, it would be huge. And you can, and I'm going to do this online, you can just like eat it. Oh my God, it's disgusting. I haven't got any water. I'm just going to swallow it. Hang on, grab some water. Disgusting. There you go. And Yuck! It is really disgusting. But look, I've got all this glob all over me. Now that is a really good option if you have bad digestion, if you've got a stomach ache. If every day in the Caribbean I was encouraged to eat a piece of that. I used to wash my hair in it. Literally, I would put it on my face. If I'm going to do a facial for myself, if I want my skin, to work my skin, I just literally put it on my face. Okay. The only thing I would say, watch out with this stuff is that when it goes off, because this is the thing, it doesn't have the longevity like if you put it into a tube, is it goes pink. All right. That's when you know it's off. Now in the Caribbean and places, they literally pull it all out and they put it into bottles, and then you can just use it as protection from the sun. Okay. I'm not going to say it's the only thing you need to use, but it's really good for sunburn. And when I was over there, that's all I used. Okay. So again, I'm not a doctor, but I'm just sharing my experiences. And like I say, if you can, it softens your hands, it softens your skin. Sometimes you don't see the effects of it till later. So it is a most effective tonic for many, many things. Okay. So this is something I would have in my cupboard. I've got 2 plants in my house. Over here, they're like €5 to buy a plant, and they grow from the inside, from the out. So you take the leaves from the outside, and they're older, and they're more mature, and you just use them like that. So if they're a massive plant, you can just skin them off and then chop them into chunks. Take a little bit each day. Do you make me laugh? Sorry, Gina, it's really funny. But I just wanted to share that because I used to use these for facials, okay? I used to use this with some crystals. You do a crystal scrub, bit of this, and then some healing and, seaweed. Seaweed's another thing, but I haven't got any here to show you. I'll have to find a video of that somewhere because I did a facial mask seaweed, because seaweed's great because you can and it's the green stuff, okay? Don't go for the whole browny bladder stuff. You want the green stuff. Is put it on your face and it dries, and then all the goodness from it goes into your skin. If you could just put it in the bath and just sit in the bath, and all of it will go into your skin. It's beautiful. And then you just peel it off like a mask. It's perfect. But you're unable to get this, especially in England in the winter, okay? It's that green lettuce stuff. So what I used to do is freeze it. So this is great. Look at this globby stuff. I'm not going to eat anymore but I tell you what, if you've got anything to do with digestive system issues and that, and you eat some of that, then have a little bit each day. It's like you say, you drink the juice every day. You can buy, but it's got nothing that is, there's no alcohol in it. It's just pure natural. Just obviously, and if you're opening up the plant, the inside, it doesn't need to be washed, does it? Because it's inside, so it's not even out of the air. So you get a little bit like an orange. You're peeling an orange and you're eating orange, although it tastes nothing like an orange and is really disgusting. So that's a little bit of information today. Has anybody got any questions they would like me to answer today? While I'm waiting, I was going to say, all the ingredients, right? This came to me this morning about, a spaghetti bolognese is not a bolognese, okay, is it? A spaghetti bolognese without the bolognese. So part of that is not the whole recipe. And right now, we aren't given, and again, I'm going back to this signing things, commitment, if you've got a negative outlook. If you're not thinking straight right now, then you haven't got all the ingredients to really, really experience the full flavour of something. You haven't got all the detail, you haven't got all the insight, okay? So when you're clear-headed and you're grounded and you're feeling great and everything's in place, and we've got all the facts about this virus and we've got all the facts about everything else going on in the world, then that's a good time to act, and that's the good time to taste what's in the pot. And talking about food, because a lot of people obviously are panicking buying, aren't they, and all this, and it's really sad. There is a very simple recipe that you can make, and with the aloe vera, you can have that for a starter, and you can have the soup later. I'll have a look, Mariana, for you in a sec. And the soup is great for energy. Okay, so if you're getting a bit bored or your brain's a bit on fire and you haven't got many ingredients, it's just literally tomatoes, like a tomato puree, a cup of soup, a chicken cup and soup, unless you're vegetarian, an oxo cube or some sort of mix in there, if you've got one of those in the cupboard, a little bit of celery, green beans, carrots, and spring onions. And I think that's it. Cook that up. No, that is it. I think that is all it is. Oh, green pepper as well, and it is actually a heart soup. And I make this soup regularly, and I tell you what, it gives you energy like you wouldn't believe, but it also gives you a good detox. So very simple, and very filling and lovely. So I just wanted to share that. So, and it's a great mix of ingredients. It tastes really good, really, really good. And also, it helps you lose pounds if you want to. Not that I'm losing loads now, but you know. It is good if you just want something light and you want to detox yourself, but you want to feel really energized, because I think a lot of detoxing makes you feel a bit you like this. Okay, so what have we got? Mariana. I'm seeing a man named Pedro. Is it going anywhere? You can see me laughing. Okay. Oh, that's good. 2 of Cups. Okay, so this is the reverse of this card. And the 2 of Cups is love coming together. I feel like it's not light yet. You haven't, because it's not shining, as in it's not clear. It's not daytime. It's not maybe out there to the world. You haven't got all the information as such, but it is growing. Something is happening. It feels like it's a bit dormant at the moment, that it's not awakened. Something still needs to connect, okay? On it's almost like if somebody, it was gay, okay, and they were coming out. It's like they're going out with somebody, but they're keeping it on the low down, and they don't want to share it as such. And it's just, or you've just got together and you're still exploring each other. But there is a beautiful star shining upon it, and there is knowledge to be learned, because these 2 serpents, for me, they show knowledge. Okay, and also serpents shed their skin, but it's like this connection, this, you know, there is obviously a connection happening. There is something lovely happening, and it is growing. The grass is still growing, and it's still green in that, you know, there's lots of guidance around it. Okay, the next card that fell out, and it's funny because they're all in the darkness. So to me, this is showing that things are sort of maybe not at their peak yet. Okay, we've got the 10 of Cups, which is, this side is fulfillment again. It's the rainbows. So if you put all these together, it's like, look at us, shouting it to the world. This is like, it's there, all the ingredients are there. It's inner fulfillment. It's connecting. It's like this, I just feel this strong, peaceful energy coming together, you know, this lovely sense of understanding that is growing. But I think there needs to be more communication. I think that you need to, either one of you needs to be unafraid of saying what you want and really going for it. It's almost like there's a holding back here of some kind. It's like you're tentatively going in. You're just exploring the shadows. You're exploring the darkness. There is light around it. There is stars ahead. There is something being born. It is rising up. But it's not quite at its peak yet. But I feel positive about that. I'm just going to pick one of these cards. If anyone else has got a question, please do ask. I'm not going to be here much longer. There's a card come out for you. Okay, influence, light. Okay, I've got for you, Mariana. It's like, look to the positives. Don't allow other people to influence you. Do not allow his actions to influence you or his mood. Do what you feel is right for you, and keep positive and keep the faith, because things are, you know, from night it becomes day, and things are a little bit dormant at the moment. Things are a little bit quiet, but they are starting to manifest, and they are becoming clearer. Okay, and soon you'll see much clearer. I think you're going to see the light will start shining. You know, the sun's coming up, so it's good. It's a good feeling right now. So has anybody else got a question for me before we go? Please be unafraid. Unafraid. Let's have a little chat. No? Oh, thanks, Mariana. Bless you. You're so lovely. I love you. Mariana's from Portugal, and she's left me some lovely feedback, so thank you, it's really appreciated. Incidentally, if you would like, I'm going to be putting up the weekly stuff on maybe Saturday or Sunday for the horoscopes, and also I've just finished recording the April guidance and insight on my YouTube channel for April as well. I'm just uploading it. I was having a real issue with the internet this morning, which I'm surprised this has flowed so well. I actually thought it was just going to come off, but it seems to be okay, so that's good. I'll tell you what, let's just pull a card for each horoscope while we're here. Let's have a look what the guidance is for each sign. Okay, so we're going to start with Aries. Tell me what have you got for Aries? Tell me what Aries need to know today. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. This is go for it. Go for it. This is what I'm feeling. It's like things could happen really quickly. Charge ahead. It's funny because I was saying hold back, don't do anything negatively, but I feel like the clouds are actually clearing for you today. So there is clarity and things are starting to actually move in some areas of your life. So you will be given this clear sign to move forward. Somebody could come in really quickly as well today. Somebody could get in touch all of a sudden, and things could start moving around a home situation again. I'm getting where it just felt, it's like, again, there's that sense of blur today, but I just think through this blur or this cloud, there's things could suddenly shift as well. So there could be shifts that you're not even seeing right now. So I'm just going to look at Taurus for today. What's Taurus got for me? Okay, Taurus. Okay, this is good. I feel like you're letting go a bit more today, Taurus. I think you're seeing how you can invest better. You're seeing your investments grow as well, and you're realising what an investment could mean to you. I feel there's a lot to do with money issues right now. Maybe you've been scrambling around trying to find an answer for a long time, and today you're actually seeing some results of what you put in, and you're seeing the results of your hard work, so it's enabling you to let go a bit more. You're not holding things back in so tight, and if you are still doing that and you are out there and you're thinking, oh no, I better not, I would just say start looking to what your investments could bring. See clearly what an investment could mean, putting something in to something else to help it grow, rather than just thinking, right, I better hold on to everything and save everything because I don't know what the climate's going to happen. This is a really good message for how this is an opportunity at the moment for many of us. This is an opportunity to grow in ourselves rather than feel a loss. I mean, the pound's gone down, the euro's being affected, all of this, and it does affect us all. For me it does. I'm self-employed, so it does, but at the end of the day there's other good things. I'm doing this now which I wasn't doing before, so this is good. So we've got here Gemini, right, so this is the High Priestess, and I feel like you've not only used the High Priestess as a sign of guidance around, and that you're under the understanding of that not everything is black and white and you're needing to trust in a higher source. I feel like this, looking at this card today, it feels like you're the teacher. You can offer guidance. You can, people will listen to you. And I'm getting the words really strong that healing through prayer is going to be really useful to you this today. Seek your inner knowledge, seek your higher guidance, because I feel like you've got the protection around you to help you get more focus and to help you move forwards through this time. So I just feel like you're starting to see the differences. Not everything is clear cut. You're realising that there is method behind the madness, or that some people have things going on that we don't see, which I was talking about earlier. So that's quite specific for you. So Cancer, let's look at Cancer. Cancer. Okay. So tomorrow, as I'm looking at Cancer, tomorrow I'm hoping to have Sara on here talking with me. If anybody wants to talk, come online and actually discuss from a light worker's point of view, or, or who's got some well-being connection or link in their life, or career option, or, or just wants to share something. Then do get in touch with me, PM, and we can get you on here. Woo! Okay, this is interesting because I've got this same card for you, Cancer. It's like you're connecting the dots now. You're starting to understand through the craziness of what is important. And I feel like you're listening to your heart self and you're starting to shine your own light. And for this, it's funny because we were all looking at this card before, but for you Cancers, I'm seeing this is like you have got the light, you have got the inner power, and actually you can start sharing it now, and you're feeling more confident and more motivated than you have. Oh, you're welcome, Julian. Than you have before. And I feel like the trials are behind you, but you are walking forwards strong, but knowing you have protection around you as well. But you're starting to connect with how you can make your emotions work in your favour in what you do in general. So that was quite strong today. That was for someone specific, I think. Who's Jeremy? Oh, Jeremy was online. Are you still online, Jeremy? Maybe that was for you. I don't know. Okay. Jay, anyway. Okay. Leo. Okay, Leo. You're being strong by seeing your own temptations today. I feel like some things are being thrown in your face. It's almost like having a living nightmare, which doesn't sound very good, does it? But it seems like you're seeing very clearly who is influencing you, who's tempting you. Maybe you're in a place where you're realising, sitting at home drinking wine isn't always the best. Just have me tea. It's a bit cold. But, that you're realising your own behaviour patterns, you're realising how you're influenced, but you're feeling strong with it as well, because you're not feeling alone. You feel like you can work through them as well. There's a sense of patience through this. You're not blaming yourself. You're ready to deal with them head on. So this is a good place without fear, actually. So but if any of you Leos are going, oh my God, I've done this again, and maybe you've had too much to drink last night, or you've been out, well, you wouldn't not necessarily been out in the town if we're on lockdown, but that sense that you've eaten too much sugar, or and you're woken up feeling horrendous, and you're completely on the negative, like I was saying before, is relax a little bit, just be patient, let these feelings pass, because you're just going for a detox, you're dealing with this lockdown and you're going for a purge. You're realizing what this means, because some people are being isolated and they're stuck with themselves, literally. We have no choice. And sometimes when we're faced with our own self, we've got to face our own demons, and it's not everybody else's. And this is a message for light workers out there, help, but still help yourself as well. Don't use it as avoidance. All right. Oh, I'm always there to help you. Yeah. yeah. Okay. Virgo. Oh, this is nice. Virgo, I feel like there's an opportunity to celebrate other people's celebrations as well. I feel like you're connecting with gratitude, celebrating, things to celebrate on Earth. I'm going to sneeze. It's not a cough, it's a sneeze. Excuse me. Right, there's a sense that you are sharing your joy, sharing what you know, sharing your knowledge. You are celebrating in other people's happiness, you're enjoying it. And this person's sitting virtually naked and quite happy in that natural flow, and just sharing all their emotions and their happy stuff. And it's like, you've got the lovely flowing water coming down, and everyone's joyous and wonderful. So I feel like, if you're a Virgo, this is a time, maybe you're celebrating a birth, even somebody's, or maybe an engagement, or just the happier times, looking through memories. And I would actually say to you, take some time to think about those times when you've had great times, and laughter, and find some time to laugh right now. And I don't mean at the expense of others. I mean, just try and see the light, okay? Because I think it's going to really help you today. Libra. Okay, this is my moon sign. So remember, if you've got a moon sign or a sun sign or rising sign, it can be some of the, listen to all of them. Okay, so Libra, 6 of Pentacles. This to me is, this card is very much about, I feel, give and take, about balance. I feel like you've got all these options today. You're throwing everything up in the air and thinking, who deserves what? It's almost like you're deciding what's important. And I feel like this is the value in your life, the value in other people. You're seeing it, you're detaching from it, you're seeing it. And it's like, I just get this question. It's like, who do I give it to? Who do I share this with? Who deserves what portion? Or, I've got all this to give, where do I put it? I feel like there is, again, I'm getting method in the madness here. And you're being shown certain information, given certain messages and guidance today of where your priorities in life, where you are investing your energy, what is the most value. You're seeing opportunities. See this light coming up, it's like suddenly everything's getting brighter and brighter, everything's becoming much more clear. And I feel like you could be feeling more focused today at where your energies need to go, maybe where you need to put your value in, and where you need to invest most energy. So this is about balance of energy, I think. But you're getting clarity, you're seeing all these options. It's like, well, which? And it's just, for the first time, you're being able to see what's most important. Okay, I hope that's made sense. Just letting the words come out then. Sometimes it just channels. Right, Scorpio. Fellow Scorpios, this is for me. Make it a good one. Oh, here it comes. Okay, 6 of Cups. Right, this is the 6 of Cups reversed, I feel, the versus side. This is to do with memories and nostalgia and childhood and the past. And I feel like this is really nice because the guy's standing at the top and he's looking down at all these cups of growth and he's looking at what he's achieved. And I feel like this is, you're seeing, suddenly all these lights are on. Everyone's seeing what you've achieved as well. This, it's not, you're not standing in the darkness. You're standing at a higher level today, Scorpios. You're in a much better place than you have been. And you are above, you're in control of what's happened. But you're also seeing that the seeds have grown, that what has come from everything in the darkness, there's light shining, there's guidance around you. This is a really lovely nostalgic card of memories and what you've done and what you've achieved. And I feel this could be a day of that, lots of love given and received, and a feeling that people are hearing you, whoever's watching, and that you're turning other people's lights on. Hopefully, that's what we want. You're getting people to wake up with what you've got. You've got cups you've got knowledge to share, you've got emotions to share, and you're higher up than you thought you were. There you go. Must listen to that. Right, Sagittarius. Whoops, Sagittarius. Okay, Hermit card. Okay, and this is the front version, the vice version. This is about inner knowledge, going inwards. You may feel today that you are seeking something new. You're seeking your inner light. There is something to be had from isolation today for you. I feel like you can get a lot. I really feel like you should be meditating or just being quiet with yourself and just allowing the knowledge just to connect with yourself. This is an important, peaceful time for you to gain more knowledge and understanding and to connect with your own inner wisdom. There is light at the end of the tunnel, guys. There is hope. So if you're having a challenging time, I feel like you will feel that spark of hope today. So even if all the doors feel shut or you feel like you've been left alone, actually, I think you're going to realise if you just go with it, that actually it's a really good thing for you. Capricorn. Okay, I'm seeing a really, really lovely place of abundance for you today, of emotional abundance. You feeling strong in your own emotional self, feeling really calm. And I just think you need to find a space of calm. You need to keep yourself balanced. I feel, I'm going to say get in the water if you can, because I think that that's going to be really nurturing. But I also feel this is a card of cleansing as well, cleansing your soul, allowing yourself to cleanse, drink lots of water, be around calm energy if you're able to, and I'm just getting a lot of connections with the sea for her, because obviously she is sat in the sea, but I feel like salt, I'm just getting a lot of salt water cleansing, and a feeling that, you know, this will be really useful to you. And I don't mean go and drink a load of salt water, but if you, and obviously if you're isolation, you'll be able to get into the sea, but maybe go and take a bath, or stand under the shower, or at least cleanse yourself in some way with water, and drink loads of water as well. But I think this is a good place for you to connect with that calm emotional side. So you may be feeling really calm today and really together. So enjoy it, embrace it. Okay, you might also find that a water sign will bring that calm to you as well. That's what I'm getting as well. Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. Okay, there's this sense that you may be feeling a bit lost today. So when I was talking about that negative space, this could be you today, where you feel like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm just outside. I've been stuck outside in the cold for enough time. What is the point of this? You know, so you may be feeling a bit of indulgence. Remember that, you know, again, we're talking about isolation. This is a typical card of isolation, of being pushed out into the cold, or feeling you're without, that there is hope, and there is a tree growing, as you can see. And this is like the light of the church and the guidance and that higher self, that you're learning from that higher self. And look, you know, you may be alone, or you may feel like you're on your own, but actually you have got the voice of spirit around you. And actually this is the, you know, this is going to work in your favour. If you've been pushed out from other people, or people aren't calling you, and you're feeling a bit fed up today because you've fallen out with somebody, you know, or the door's shut, or someone's not calling you, just see it as a positive thing, okay? Because I feel like you're being guided directly where you need to be, and you may have been taken off one path so you can get onto another one, which is much more profitable for you and much better. So don't see a loss, see it as a gain, because maybe you've been taken away from a job so you can rethink your career in a new way and get onto a better path for yourself. Maybe you've been doing your head in for ages, but you just haven't wanted to see it because you're too worried about letting go of the pay packet. Okay. Okay, so I've got the love, the Two of Cups, really, the connection for Pisces, a feeling of love and harmony between people, good relationships, and I feel like you should connect with those you love. If you're not doing so, if you're sort of sitting there feeling abandoned, just make a call, connect with them, feel the love, connect with someone else's heart, send them love, even if they're not talking to you, you know, send it out to them today, because I feel like it will be rekindled, and I feel you're going to get so much learning from that. You may find, you know, you may be concerned about what's to come, but I feel like everything is on track, everything is in the right place. And if you're thinking about someone again, and if they haven't called you, I feel they're going to there you go, Marianne, you know, they you know, there is light at the end of the tunnel, there is something bright, there is something positive around it. It's a good energy, so let's hope he calls you there, Marianne. So that's all for today. I'm going to get back to what I'm doing, which I don't really know what that is, but I better get back to work, do some work. Although this is my work, isn't it? But yeah, I was feeling a bit groggy today. It's really dark today, isn't it? It's so dark. So have a go with that aloe vera and that soup. And stay safe, everybody. And I will be back tomorrow. And if you've got any questions, get ready. Send me the questions. If you want to, PM them before. I don't have to say who it is. You don't have to give out your name or anything. I'll just answer the question for you. Okay? And subscribe. Hello. You're welcome, Marina. Is to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well to get all the updates and stuff. I will be sharing them on Facebook, so follow me and you can connect with those links. Have a great day. You're welcome, Julia. It's lovely to speak to you all, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.